Pedro, congratulations. You're into the Europa League final. How does that sound?
So good, man. It's been a long season. We're down to the business end now. We wanted to get to the final, obviously, and we've managed to do it now. So one more game to go, and yeah, hopefully we can do it.
Pedro, you've had some really impressive performances away from home in Europe. Where does tonight's rank?
I think today very happy for the team, for this fan. It's too long for London, and yeah, this team deserved this.
You managed the game so well, but when your goal came, those poachers' instincts on full display.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a very difficult game. They started well. We knew we had to play discipline today, and yeah, we wanted to get that first goal. It took a while, but yeah, when we got that first goal, yeah, it was obviously good to see it out from there.
Pedro, be honest with me. Did you mean it?
No, be honest. I have crossed for them.
No,
I swear. I swear. No. I swear. I crossed, but it's the same goal of Pap in the Premier League. It's goal. This is the important. The clean sheet is the most important. I speak before the game in the dressing room. The clean sheet is win today, go to the final, and this is the important today.
And look, I mean, you said it, but how good are these scenes behind you?
They're phenomenal. Last game at home, the fans were incredible, and again today to the people that travelled, we're obviously delighted to give them what they deserve, and yeah, hopefully the same fans can make it to Bilbao, and hopefully we can have another special day.
It stays light very late here. I think they're going to be celebrating this long into the evening.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well done tonight.
Thank you.
Postecoglou and his players after another professional away performance in Europe, and they're not going to have a better chance, David, to end their 17-year trophy drought.
Yeah, it's a happy night. I was nervous a little bit before the game, just with the conditions and just with the sort of season Tottenham have had, and you just thought, oh, please don't. But I thought they turned up. They were outstanding, every player. They had a real professional performance, and they've got to a final, and it's beautiful. Go on and win it and beat Man United. Happy days.
That sounds really easy.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
Well, they've beaten them 3 times this season
right.
already. So.
Yeah.
That's a slight problem for me, actually, on a downer. Just
come on, Glenn, we'll be all right.
Yeah, but to beat a team 4 times in one season from the Premier League is really tough. It really is. Yeah. But it's a one-off game, and Spurs, when they're on their game, when they defend properly, they're a match for anyone, and they've proved that with some of the performances they've put in this year. But it's just wonderful for Ange and those lads. They've worked hard. They've had a real up and down season. So many different injuries, lots of things being said about the club and whatever. But at the end of the day, they've found themselves in a final now in Europa against Manchester United. They do love a European final against English opposition. They've had Wolves, they've had Liverpool, and now they've got another English team. So it's ironic, really, but it's a fabulous night for the club, and you know those fans will be they'll be on the phone trying to get hotels and flights, and so will Man United fans. Let's be fair. So I think it's 40,000 odd, isn't it? In Bilbao, but whether there's enough people enough tickets to go around, I'm not so sure.
I'm sure they might have already had them booked after the first leg, a lot of them. Really lovely as well that the opening goal tonight came from Dominic Solanke.
Yeah.
He's been one of the standout performers in what's been a very tough season.
It's like I said before, at the start of the game, he's an honest player that gives it his all, and he gets involved, he puts himself about physically. I mean, Romero's got up there. Beautiful. That's the physicality that we're talking about. Look, remember, he boys bang, and then Solanke's jumped in there, he's not afraid, and smashed it home. And he smashed it home to go to Bilbao, and that's what the Tottenham fans want. And fair play to Solanke, he's come in for a big price tag. He might not have got as many, the sort of 30 goals that he probably wants to target going into next season. It's like Glenn said, I think he's got more to come from him. But honest player, leads the line, and he's one of the best forwards about at the minute. So.
4 in his last 4 starts, so finding some good form at just the right time. Is he the perfect sort of player for Ange Postecoglou and his style?
Oh, without a doubt. If you want to press from the front, he's ideal. He'll run, he'll press, he'll work hard. and he'll chase lost causes. But I think there's more from him to come, in the sense that we're just saying this was the intent. First seconds of the game, look at all three of them have gone for the throat. He's nearly pinched it there. But what it was, it showed a good intent. This is why we're coming here. We're not going to sit off. We're going to come and attack you and press you and win balls off you. And again, you know, he's come in there. He's just hoping. He's forced the keeper to make that ball, and we win possession of it. He then in a centre forward position. He's linking up the play nicely. Gets a really important free kick. But for me, you know, the goal he scored, you know, he can do that as well, go off the back of players. But the goal he scores here is a real number 9's goal. It's a poacher's goal. He's come alive. He's on his toes. Every defender's flat-footed, but he's the one that's alert. He's looking for that. He's anticipating it. He's on his toes, Banks, in the back of the net. And they're the ones that strikers love, to score them type of goals. They really are. You know, if they score a 30-yarder, that's a one-off for them, but that's his food and drink.
When you say there's more to come from him, Glenn, do you think that there are things that he should be doing better, or is it he can improve when the players around him are giving him more? Yeah,
I think he's good mover off the ball. I just think sometimes there's more in there. I think when he gets a little bit more confident in a Tottenham shirt, I think he's still finding his feet, but he's a good player, and I don't think he realises how good he could be. He's got a little bit of everything for a centre-forward. He can get in behind, he holds it up. I think once he starts doing that more consistently, and the hard work, then I think there's more to come from him, and there's more goals like that, poachers' goals. And we saw him have, 18 goals, was it, if I'm right, scored for Bournemouth, and he felt at home in that shirt. He hasn't quite played that way yet, and he will if he keeps working hard and he gets that confidence. It's all about confidence when it comes to football. It's about confidence. There's something, when you're confident, there's another chemical in your body that comes out. It's almost like a drug. It's a confidence drug. And I can see him going up the levels over the next couple of years.
Nights like tonight will only help, that's for sure. Another one who stepped up when it mattered in this competition is Bodo Porro as well. We saw him get a lovely assist last week. He scored against Frankfurt as well in the first leg. Should he have just said he meant it tonight for the goal?
I think he started it off and knew he couldn't get away with it. But, look, that's good. You see in the modern game, you see players that get into that position and they come out. But he's fair play. He's put the ball in, he's given it a chance and look, he's created a goal. And yeah, he should have said he meant that, shouldn't he? He'd have got away with it, he would have. But it's a great run. He's got great energy and he's got a great delivery. He's always a player that offers himself, you know, on the overlap, and his delivery's normally spot on. And as you see there, he's put the ball in the box and he's created a goal for the team.
That was the important goal, because that was the one that made you get on the phone and book your flight, Glenn.
Yeah, no, that was game, set and match, 100%. But he does like to put early balls in. He's one of the ones that crosses down the left-hand side, and Doggy wants to be that little one that makes inside runs, whereas Porro wants to put crosses in. He wants to get early balls in, and he does it really well. He's got a pass in him, Porro. He really has. But as you say, David, it would have been nice if he'd have just said, "Yeah, I saw the keeper off his line, and I just planted it in that top corner." Yeah, brilliant.
He was two honest players getting the goals tonight. There you go. Well, what a night for Ange Postecoglou after what's been a tough season. He is taking Spurs to the Europa League final, and we can hear from him with Danny Jameson.
Ange, congratulations. You're into the Europa League final. How pleased are you with what you saw out there?
Oh, yeah, couldn't be proud of the lads. You know, we knew it was a difficult place to come. Well aware of kind of the record they have here and the pitch and all those kind of things. Again, I think the lads handled it really well. Fully deserved on both legs to get through, and yeah, excited. We're in the final.
You mentioned how difficult a place this is to come, but the way that your side managed to neutralise that and slow the game down and really manage it, particularly in that first half, must be so pleasing.
Yeah, we've grown in maturity through this competition, and you can see that the lads are understanding exactly what's required. And I thought it's where we won the game. We really kept them to very minimal in that first half, and then the second half they're going to have to get a bit more desperate. And I just thought the lads were really sort of focused, clear-minded about what we needed to do.
I was going to ask about that word maturity. It seemed like a really mature performance tonight. What have you seen from this group across this European campaign?
Yeah, like I said, just growth. We've used every player in the squad. We're used to sort of adversity, dealing with adversity and overcoming that. And But I've just felt once we got into the knockout rounds that, you know, it helps that we got some of our players back as well. There's no hiding that fact. And, you know, they've just handled it all really well. All 3 knockout ties, you know, could have been pretty nervy, but in the end they've done it in the right manner.
So after the first goal, there's a big group of Spurs fans in the home end behind me. You turned around and gave them a big grin, and then the celebrations at full time. What does it mean to be able to give them something back?
Yeah, it's you know, it's why you kind of do what we do as much as anything else. You know, you understand the context of, you know, what this football club has been trying to achieve for quite a while, and you know, managers come and go, players come and go, but the one constant is the supporters, you know, and it was 400 odd tonight, maybe a few more snuck in, but you know, it was just great to see the smiles on their faces, and I'm sure back home similarly for thousands. And you know, we've given them some hope, something to dream about. You know, an exciting trip coming up and a great experience, and who knows, hopefully, you know, we can do something special.
And you've still got the chance to win something in your second season.
Yeah, well, you know, we'll just keep doing what we're doing.
Well done tonight.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, Tony.
They will keep doing what they're doing, but they are on course. If he does deliver this trophy, though, Glenn, that quote is going to go down in football history, isn't it? Certainly Spurs history.
It's brilliant. I mean, it's positive, isn't it? Let's be fair. You know, as I said earlier, be careful what they say. Be careful what you dream for, what you draw to yourself. And he's saying, I always win something in the second year. He believes it, and now the players are believing it. The fans are going to believe it. They're in a final against Man United, and it's a one-off game, so anything can happen in finals. They really can. And credit to him, you know, he's had a tough season as a manager. Multitude of things that have happened on the negative side. This is a great night for him and his staff. It really is. Look, we very rarely see him putting that sort of expression on his face after a game, and rightly so. It was over the Frankfurt game and the 2 legs in the semi-final here. They've been brilliant. They've been really good as they can be at the moment in this time with the squad that they've got. They've got the maximum out of themselves, and this side, Bodo, they've caused problems to other people. I think they found the occasion too much for them.
Yeah.
You know, the pressure was on them a little bit.
I think they froze.
They froze a little bit. It was, you know, I like it, Lindsay. Where you going with that one? That was a bit frosty, wasn't it? I think they froze a little bit. They were the ones that, you know, the expectations were a little bit more. They believed they were going to get through, but they didn't really play anywhere near like we've seen them, because Spurs did the job on them. They closed them down, didn't allow them any time, any space.
He spoke as well about the context of this, about how long the Spurs fans have been waiting for a trophy. What would it do for his reputation if he delivers one?
Obviously, the fans will love him for it, and but the fans have been waiting a long time. You know, you see the amount of money they spend to go to the matches, the amount of support, the amount of people that are waiting on the waiting list for season tickets. You know, Tottenham is a much-loved club. You know, they always play football, had quality players that play football in the right way, and you know, the fans have been there fully supportive of that. And to win a trophy, to win a European Cup against Man United in Bilbao, I mean, it'll be brilliant, and it'll be brilliant for Ange. And you know, he's been criticised a lot. When he first came into the football club, I think he re-energised Tottenham. After sort of Mourinho and Conte, the way the sort of negativity for the negativity of football, and he come in and really got Tottenham going, and it's fallen by the wayside with the way performances have gone, and there's a bit of negativity that's gone his way. But evenings like that, to do a professional performance and to get to European final, hopefully it can turn it around for him.
Be more special moments ahead, and football, of course, is about moments. And when Spurs qualified for the Champions League, when you were playing, this was how you celebrated that moment, David. Giving Harry Redknapp a good soaking there.
Brilliant. Look at that. I mean, it is about moments. And, look at that, you got me there, didn't you? But qualifying for the Champions League, the build-up that week, and it was at Man City where they were spending all the money. You know, Harry's coming, the club, sort of when I went into the football club, is to get into the Champions League, and to be able to do that. And I celebrated as I like to celebrate, with my pants on.
I get a feeling that was your idea.
It might have been, yeah.
Is there anyone brave enough in this Spurs squad to do that to Ange Postecoglou tonight?
Good shout, Lindsay.
Who
would we go for?
Who would do it? Romero would do it,
Or
yeah.
Porro, maybe.
Porro.
You
Yeah,
could
I think there's a few in there. There's a few characters in there that could do it. But it's all about to qualify for the Champions League, to go and do it the way we did it. And it's the same. You've got to enjoy them moments because they don't come along that often. And when you do that, it's you celebrate with your pants on and an ice bucket.
That is a big, bold...
Congratulations, you're into the Europa League final. How does it feel?
Unbelievable feeling. Yeah, what can I say? Of course, we had a tough season, but we're one game away from winning some silverware. So yeah, the feeling is unbelievable.
What are the celebrations like in that dressing room?
They're really good. I can tell you, they're really good at this point. Yeah.
For the performance tonight, we all knew what Bodo Glimt's home record was like. To come here to win and to keep a clean sheet, what does that say about this team?
I think we showed some character today, some mentality also. I think they didn't create a lot of chances. I think they might have two chances the second half. Chances, crosses, what we defended. But yeah, they don't create something, and then we scored 2 goals, and yeah, we kept the clean sheet. And we knew at the beginning it was going to be a really difficult game, of course, because yeah, what you said, the results from Bodo Glimt at home and also on the artificial grass, you said this, yeah. And the stadium, and it's cold and rainy, so of course you know it's going to be a tough game. But I think we showed some great mentality today to win 2-0.
How much did you enjoy running over to that away end at the end?
Yeah. Oh, unbelievable feeling. All the fans that came over to this game to watch us, and of course the fans at home. We want to thank them all for the support, and let's go to Bilbao.
You got the chance now, despite the difficulties in the Premier League, to make this a really special, really memorable season for Tottenham.
Yeah. What I say, of course, in the league we're not doing really well at this point. The whole season, to be honest. So yeah, we can make it something special.
Well done tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Another good...